Hello, my name is Joe Gutierrez, and I'm a park ranger here in Dady Ranch. And today we're going to be talking about reptiles and amphibians. These are the creatures that you're going to come and see when you're out here coming and visiting the parks. So, one of the creatures that are my favorite ones are the amphibians. And we have a combination of amphibians. We have the Pacific tree frogs, we have the bullfrogs, we have the salamanders, and we have the newts. Pacific tree frogs is the ones that you might see them on trees or you might see them in the creeks. These creatures, they're very fascinating. If you get to see one, don't get one. Just because they have a self-defense mechanism, which means that they can protect themselves. If they do release a musk, it's a stucky, yeeky, gooey, that if you touch it, it's going to be all over your hands. So it's always good to just observe the animal, look at it, and tell your mom and pop, hey, look at what's over here. I think it's a frog. Another thing is we have bullfrogs. Bullfrogs are a big, and they're invasive. They really don't belong in this area, but they've already been established. They're very ferocious. They eat other frogs, and they're very intimidating. They make very loud sounds, like burp, burp. They do blend in very well with their habitat, which is the creek or the ponds. They tend to hang out on top of the logs in the lakes. Another thing is the newts. Newts, it's almost like a lizard, but not quite as a lizard because they're very slippery and they have very soft skin. They do have claws, but not claws as a lizard, like sharp. And those are the ones that you might not see too much because they tend to be underwater a lot. Sometimes when they need to come out of the lake, they will just to get some air or to get an insect. Now, salamanders, on the other hand, they're similar to the newts, but a little bit bigger size. They are in black and spots yellow color. They're very secretive. They tend to hide under logs, underwater, and they do the same thing as the newts. They come out of the air to catch a breath or to catch an insect, and they go back to their dance inside the water. So those are the creatures you might see when it comes to amphibians. They're very fascinating, and I recommend you guys to come and check them out. Now we're going to talk about reptiles. Reptiles is another fascinating creatures that we have here at Dady Ranch. Reptiles are snakes, they're lizards, they're turtles, they're tortoises, they're crocodiles. We don't have them here. We're lucky. We're happy that we don't have them here. But those are the reptiles that you might see in this area, except the crocodile. So they're cold-blooded animals. Again, they rely on the sun. Like right now, I'm getting a very good sun, and I feel good. My body, and blood is like going, and that's what the reptiles need for them to go along and find for food. And when it comes to food, they're not looking for Jack in the Box. They're not looking for that kind of stuff. They're actually looking for creatures like rodents, lizards, birds, even birds' eggs. So that's what's in their menu. But one of the favorite things they love to eat is rodents. And that's a good thing because it keeps the rodent population down. They do come in different sizes and shapes, different types and colors. They have very scaly, rough skin, excellent camouflage. They have a defense way they can protect themselves, which is very good because if not, then everybody will be eating the reptiles. So it's like us. We defend ourselves by talking, hey, stay over there. Then they defend by saying, well, they have teeth. That's the way they defend themselves. Another thing is, if you see a snake, you don't want to go chase it. It's always good to appreciate a creature from a distance. Or if you see one, stay put and just look at it. That way, if it moves along, then you continue going your way. One of the snakes that it's one of very poisonous is the rattlesnake. Those are the ones that you have to be very careful and aware. But the good thing about it is that they do have an alarm system which shakes their tail. You have those rattlers that go. That's telling you that I'm here. Do not poke me or do not do nothing because I will strike and hurt you. So that's a rattlesnake. We have the California king snakes. Those are non-venomous. And the good thing about the California king snakes, they come in coloration of black and white, or they're red and black. Those are the ones that they will eat the rattlesnakes. So at least we have somebody out there who's taking care of the rattlesnake for us. So that's a good thing. As you can see right here, this enclosure, I do have two different types of snakes, and I will not have a snake here that's venomous. They're non-venomous. And these are the ones that you're gonna see in this preserve. You might see them even at the store, at the pet store. So we have an erosi boa here on my left, and then we have a gopher snake here on my right, which resembles almost like a rattlesnake. People misunderstand that these snakes, the gopher snakes, are actually not rattlesnakes, but they do look alike. And let me show you an example. As you can see, this long one, unfortunately, it was ran over by a vehicle here in the park. And we were able to collect it and show you that these are not the rattlesnakes, but they do look similar. You can see on the right, they do look almost the same. See the same characteristics, similar to the patterns. So that's why they get so confused, because people think that the gopher snakes are rattlesnakes, and they're not. So that was always good to know. And how to know is check out their heads. Their heads, especially the rattlesnakes, they have a triangle big head, and the non-venomous snake, the gopher snake, have a smaller head. So that will give you a hint that which one is venomous and which one is not venomous. So it's always keep that in mind and be careful. So when you're hiking on Dady Ranch, you might come across something like this. That is a snake that was there and it went through the process that it shed its skin. The reason it does that is because it allows it to grow bigger. And if there's a lot of food in their environment, that means it's a very healthy environment and there's plenty of food for them to eat. And that gives them the opportunity to grow and shed their skin probably within 2 or 3 times a year. So that's very good for the snake, because not only that, they get to show off a very clean and shiny skin. Another thing about this, there's a cycle, which means that animals eat other animals. Animals love to eat this because it provides a supplement of protein, and it's good for them. Now, if you come across, please just let it there. Don't pick it up, take it home. I know it's a nice souvenir, but do not take it home, because again, it leaves a food for the animal that might come across later on. One more animal I want to talk about is this little guy. It's a reptile. It's a California desert tortoise. And this is the one you might probably see here when you're hiking in Dady Ranch. You can see they have all these different kind of patterns, and they're very hard, which means that's the way they protect themselves. Let's say if a coyote sees this tortoise on the trail, what happens is it will get all its legs, even his head, and it will like suck everything in the shell, so that way the coyote will not eat it, or a raccoon. So that's the way they defend themselves. Another thing they defend themselves, they poop a lot. They poop, they leave like a very stinky smell, and that will tell them, hey, if you eat me, I'm gonna taste like poop. So obviously you don't wanna eat me. They have very claws, if you can see, very sharp claws, and they have very rough skin. If you can see, it almost look alike like the dinosaurs. It loves to eat crickets, and it loves to eat grass, lettuce. They're cold-blooded animals, and they come in different sizes. This tortoise can live more than 100 years. And again, you might see him around walking along and looking for food. One more reptile that you might see here in Dady Ranch, which are the red-eared sliders. And those red-eared sliders tortoises are because people go to the pet store and they bring him here and release him in the ponds. So that's a big no-no. If you want to release your tortoise, go to the Humane Society and see if they can direct you to a better place. One last animal I want to share with you all is this reptile is a fence lizard. As you can see in my hand, they come in different sizes, and they are cold-blooded. They do shed their skin as the other reptiles. This little lizard, you might see him in your backyard up in the fence. They love to perch or they like to stand up in the peak or up in the high to get some sun. If you see him doing push-ups, that means he's not showing off. That means that he's circulating some air, or even the adults, their nickname is blue bellies. That means that when they're doing push-ups, they tend to show off their blue belly and to kind of like protect their territory from other lizards. So you might see them in your backyard, and you might see them here on Dady Ranch. Again, they're very fascinating creatures, and we love to have them here because they do eat insects, ants, and they tend to mind their own business. So again, when you see one, appreciate them, keep an eye, and check them out. It's pretty cool. Next time when you're on Dady Ranch and when you're on the walk, it's always good to just leave things, let it be, and then walk along. There can be a creature down there, but at the same time, you are disturbing their habitat, their home. So when you are in the park, remember, use your eyes, use your ears, use your smell, and use your distance, because all those senses will help you keep protected from the environment that you're going to be visiting. I hope everybody have fun. I hope everybody learn all these fascinating animals that we show you. And all I'm saying to all of you, if you have the time, please come and visit Dady Ranch. Without people, without kids in the parks are sad. They need people to come and appreciate these parks. So let's share that, coexist with the animals. Let's just keep a distance and come and have a good time. And remember, okay, remember this. Follow the rules. Stay in the trail. If you're gonna pack in, pack out your stuff. Don't throw any trash. All we want you guys is come to visit the park and enjoy this beautiful place. So come and visit us, and I'm looking forward to see you all. Hope you can ask for Ranger Joe. I'm here to help. Bye.